Shelbyville, Kentucky, the Claudia Sanders Dinner House is still there. It was formerly known as the Colonel's Lady, and it did burn down one time and they rebuilt it. It is heavily spread around that they are the only restaurant to actually serve my uncle's 11 herbs and spices. This is inaccurate. They serve a variant of it called 99X that he had specifically made with Claudia and Bill Summers from Marion K. Spices to serve out of that restaurant. Today they use a variant of that called Chicken Seasoning Plus, which is their famous 99X seasoning that has ties to Colonel Sanders, plus extra salt. They do not hide any of this stuff. It's the customers that spread these rumors around. Nobody bothers to correct these rumors because it's good advertising. It's free advertising. I have not been to the restaurant. I do not plan on going to the restaurant after a representative on Facebook was quite rude to me when I reached out to talk about some rumors that were being spread around. I also learned that they do host impersonators that are known to have harassed my family for several years, and I have no interest in going to a place that glorifies people that dress like Uncle Harley like that have behaved that way with his family. But I do appreciate the history that is there. And that was Uncle Harley's home in Shelbyville, Kentucky, and served as the Kentucky Fried Chicken headquarters for several years until Brown and Massey purchased it. Uncle Harley bought a home in Mississauga, Canada for 4 to 5 months out of the year, and then they moved it to Tennessee. They moved headquarters back to Kentucky, but this time Louisville, after Uncle Harley made a fit about it. And then the Claudia Sanders Dinner House and the Black Hall Manor on that property were no longer there as the Kentucky Fried Chicken HQ, but only as the Claudia Sanders Dinner House. But at that time, it was still called the Colonel's Lady. Uncle Harley still lived in the Black Hall Manor at that time. It wasn't until about 1973, Huelblind, the parent company of Kentucky Fried Chicken that purchased from Brown and Massey in 1971, filed a lawsuit against the Colonel for that restaurant. He filed a countersuit against them for misuse of his name and image and accused them of changing his recipe. They decided this didn't look good, the founder being sued by the company he started and the founder suing the company that he started. So they agreed to settle the lawsuit, pay him $1 million, and in agreement with that settlement, he had to change the name of the restaurant and sell it. When he sold it to some family friends of his within the Kentucky Fried Chicken business, he sold the mansion along with it, and he rented a basement apartment of his final home for about 6 months before moving into it. And that home was on L.A. Grange Road, or LaGrange Road, however you pronounce it. The family that lived in that house was building a home next door to that one, so Uncle Harley and his wife lived downstairs until they finished their home. They moved across the street, and Uncle Harley and Aunt Claudia moved upstairs, and Dick Miller had the fully furnished apartment downstairs. Lots of history.